Do you know that there are so many things that can never be said in the educational sector? EduChat Bella is an avenue to answer all of the burning questions and there are active many. For more information, you can call us on the number 0810-3094265 or you can chat us up on WhatsApp on 090-8168-1884. You can also email us on educhatwithbella@gmail.com and also follow us on all our social media handle. EduChat with Bella. Learn, grow, and live. Amazing talk of the day, everyone, and welcome to another exciting segment of EduChat with Bella. And my name is Mercy. Now, today we're going to be looking at a very interesting topic that is affecting us in the educational system, and it is the standardized testing in Nigeria. Now, we believe that a major problem in Nigeria schools today is a problem of standardized tests. Are the teachers aware of this issue, or are they just powerless in battling it? The Bureau of Education from 2016 defines a standardized test as any test that requires all test takers to answer the same question in the same way, and that is scored in a standard or consistent manner, which makes it possible to compare the performance of the individual. Now we're going to be taking a look at this and find out if the standardized test in Nigeria is the true test of intelligence in our students today. Now with me on the show is someone amazing. He's the CEO of Threshold Educational Services, Mr. Emmanuel. Welcome to the show, Mr. Emmanuel.
Thank you very much.
It's good to have you.
My pleasure, always.
Okay, now, Mr. Emmanuel, we're looking at standardized testing in Nigeria. Now, the whole lot of tests put in place to determine the true intelligence of the kids we have today in the educational system in Nigeria. Now, we're looking at as the standardized test or true form to test these kids' intelligence.
Okay, thank you so much. The question, obviously, the standardized test cannot be the true form of intelligence testing. And the reason is this: a child writes WAEC, for example, seeking admission into the university, and then out of 9 subjects, he credits, say, 6 out of the 9. And then he doesn't get admission because he didn't get a credit in one particular subject. And then another child credits 4 subjects, and you are giving that child admission because he credited mathematics and English. The one who credited 6 subjects is not given an admission, and the one who had 4 credits is given admission. And so who is more intelligent between these 2 learners? You can't tell me that the one that is able to score 4 credits is more intelligent than the one that scored 6 credits. So something is wrong with your testing standards.
Okay.
You don't say a child is not intelligent because he fails a particular subject. So the other subject that he passed, are they not subjects? So you cannot accept, I cannot accept that standardized testing reveals the true intelligence of a child.
Okay.
And now, I also think that before we can get to the testing methods, we should look at the educational system as a whole.
Okay.
What exactly is the core of education? What does education have to solve? What is the problem education has come to solve? Because if we do not understand the core of education, we probably will abuse it.
Okay.
Now, I feel that education is not just about acquiring skills. It's not just about acquiring knowledge. It's not just about seeking for something outside of you. I think that education should do more about trying to help a child look inwards, trying to help a child discover who he is, trying to help a child discover his talent set, his abilities, his giftings. Because it is when these giftings are discovered and developed that the true intelligence of a child is revealed.
Okay.
No child can be good outside his strength area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that is where we have to look at. We have to look at the educational system as a whole in Nigeria, because I believe that something is very, very wrong with the way we run education in Nigeria.
Okay, so you're trying to tell us now that this examination set up by educational bodies are actually not the true test of the child's intelligence.
Of course.
Okay.
It can be.
So are these tests suitable for measuring if learning has thoroughly taken place in a child?
Well, no. You know why? Because every child is born with a set of uniquenesses.
Okay.
Every child has his own creative tendencies. And then if you don't stimulate his creative tendencies, you can't get the best out of him.
Okay.
You don't try to test the ability of a fish by his tree climbing skills. Because fishes are not meant to climb trees. Just like monkeys are not meant to swim.
To swim.
And so you don't set the same question for both the monkey and the fish. Because they have their different areas of strength. If you want to find the strength of a monkey, test him on his tree climbing abilities.
And the fish
and
in his ability
to swim.
So it means that the educational system has actually subjected us to a particular way of testing intelligence in a child.
Yes, exactly. In Nigeria, what education tries to do is to clone us.
To clone us.
And we can't be cloned. No human being can be cloned. The best you can do for a child is to stimulate his creative tendency. That's why when you come into a class as a teacher to teach a child, you don't just start. You can't even, a child whose attention you can't get, you can't teach.
You can't teach.
Because part of the principles of teaching tells you to have your class management and your class whatever. But teachers feel that class management is about having a serene atmosphere, having every child to be quiet. And that is not, for me, an appropriate class management. Because there are certain kids who cannot learn under serene atmosphere.
Okay.
There are children who cannot learn when everybody is quiet because of their temperament set. And so until we get to find out what temperament set a child has, we may not be able to appropriately bring out the intelligence in that child.
So can you say that the test has done more harm than good?
Definitely.
Okay.
And there are examples. For example, how do you look at a Wole Soyinka in Nigeria and score him and give him a third class? A man whose records, whose results has shown that there is no, even beyond the shores of Nigeria, he has been recognized. And our Nigerian institutions gave him a third class. It's not possible. How can a teacher look at a Ben Carson and tell a Ben Carson that he's a dollar? Something is wrong. It therefore means, like, when we try to train teachers, we tell them that children are not dull. You don't have dull children. You have dull teachers. And what makes teachers dull?
Hold it right there, Mr. Emmanuel. Okay. You know what? Let's take a short break. We'll be right back. At the Chat with Bella. Learn, grow, and live.
Welcome to the funny segment at the Chat with Bella. My name is Instructor Lizzie. Today we're running you through on the right pronunciation of some words and also on vernacular imputation. And the words are plumber. The word is not pronounced as plumber. It has a disyllabic word. And the next word is yacht. It's a monosyllabic word, but it's commonly pronounced as yacht, but the word is yacht. The next word is chocolate. Chocolate. The word is chocolate and not chocolate. It is a trisyllabic word. And the next word is filling station. Filling station. That word is not filling station. It is a polysyllabic word. And the next word is pronounced oven. Oven. And not oven. And that is a disyllabic word also. The next word is pronounced tomb. Tomb. That word is not tomb. It is a monosyllabic word. And the next word is fork. It is not fake. And that is also a monosyllabic word. And the last word is pronounced as Christian. Christian and not Christian. And that is a disyllabic word. I'll move straight to vernacular imputation. Vernacular imputation is the use of vernacular words in between English statements. Some vernacular imputations include shebi, abi, oya, unko, jo, ta. I'll take all these vernacular imputations in words or statements. Examples, you have the statement, shebi, I told you. The correct expression is, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? The next expression says, minko. The correct expression is, what about me? And not minko. Oh yeah, let's go. That's another commonly used statement among Nigerians. Oh yeah, let's go. You rather say, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go, and not, oh yeah, let's go. Another statement says, yak, ta, so disgusting. You rather say, yak, so disgusting, and not, ta, so disgusting. And finally, in vernacular imputation, you can have the statement that says, you don't want to eat your food, abi. The correct expression is, you don't want to eat your food, do you? Thanks for watching.
At the Chat with Bella, learn, grow, and live. Welcome back. Now, before we went on for break, Mr. Emmanuel, you said something that caught my attention, and I'm sure a lot of people will not. It won't sit down well with a lot of people. You said there are no dull students, but there are dull teachers. Can you explain what you mean? Because I'm sure a lot of teachers are not going to find this very funny right now.
Okay, thank you so much. You see, when I said there are no dull children, but dull teachers, I'm not saying that teachers cannot read and write. You know, because every time we talk about dullness, the first thing that comes to mind is he cannot read nor write.
So you're saying that the word dull is not just limited to the ability of dull, cannot read
and
write.
So when I said that teachers are dull, I'm saying that your inability to identify the learning pace of a child is what makes you dull.
So once a teacher cannot identify the learning pace of a child, we can categorically say that teacher
is dull.
Is dull.
Yeah, because every learning pace of a child is attached to his uniqueness.
Wow.
Some are slow learners.
Okay.
Some are fast learners.
What?
And then a child's slowness in learning is attached to his temperament set. So every effective teacher must have an understanding of what temperament is. When you study child psychology, you will understand that two children cannot eat the same way. Two children cannot understand at the same pace.
But she's learning something new.
Do you know what I'm saying? So a teacher is effective when he understands the difference between a child A and child B. And so when he understands their differences, he will also find a way to teach a child A in such a way that a child A will understand what he or she says.
So it means that at the end of a class, now a teacher testing a child A and child B on the same question will not actually get the true knowledge of those children.
You may not. You definitely will not. You definitely will not, because For example, you have 15 kids in your class.
Okay.
With different abilities. Different skill sets. Different interests. And so you are teaching all of them with the same method.
Same method.
The same thing, the same method. And some of these kids don't connect to you because of your method. Not because they are not teachable. They are teachable, but your method of teaching is not working with him. That same method may work with one,
but might not work,
with the other. And so by the time you use that same method to teach everybody, and then you set your questions or your tests based on the same method, you can't get the best of all the children.
So it simply just means that the fact that a child fails an examination doesn't mean that that child is a failure generally. No. Because, you know, we have this general belief in the educational sector that once an examination has been set and a child fails a particular examination, we just tag the child a failure.
Now, you see, I want to share this experience with my daughter. I have a 7-year-old daughter now. But when she was 5, I think she was in basic 1, she doesn't like to come from behind.
Okay.
She's very active and she wants to be at the top all the time.
Okay.
So this time she came back with I think she came out second in the class and she was not happy about it.
Okay.
And then I told her, I had to call her to the house and I said, you see, you are the best. Your teacher didn't test your ability to make your bed. Your teacher didn't test your ability to wash the dishes. Your teacher didn't test your ability on how you clean your room. I know you are the best. You wake up in the morning, you make your bed. You wake up in the morning, you clean the house. You wake up in the morning, you know how to you wash your dishes. You know how to organize things. That's for me a skill. Teacher didn't test you on those areas. So he tested you on the areas that he tested you on and concluded that the other child is better than you. That's his own record. As for me, you are the best.
Okay. So now, do you think that standardized tests like WAEC, NECO, JAM, and GCE as a whole has pushed the kids, has pushed the children we have in the educational sector truly into learning? Because, you know, most of them just learn and read because they want to pass WAEC, because they want to pass JAM, because these are the tests that are put in place to determine if they can actually scale through the educational sector or not.
Now, one of the dangers of that method of testing children's ability is malpractice. Examination malpractice.
Okay.
Now, if a child is not allowed the opportunity to exhibit his strength, and then you give him conditions beyond his strength. Since it's a condition to move forward, he will cheat. He will cheat. If he knows that he doesn't have a strength in mathematics, and that until he gets a C in mathematics before he crosses, he will cheat to get mathematics because that's your standard.
That's your standard.
This system of testing has actually frustrated a lot of students out of school. For example, the famous Two-Face Idibia, when dropped out of school, not because he's not intelligent, but because our system, our educational system could not accommodate his intelligence. They could not accommodate. There are many career paths that kids have that have not yet been discovered. Simply because we want all the children to fit into existing career paths. And there are uniquenesses in these children, in these students, that are crying out for expression. But our educational system is so myopic that it cannot accommodate this set of skills and uniquenesses. And so we are quick to label these children dullards. Wow. That's what I'm saying. So that's the reason why we have certain sectors in Nigeria that are not doing well. Even when we have people whose smartness is too much to bring solution on those areas.
Because we have been limited
to the standardized
tests.
We have been limited to certification. And then what makes your certificate beautiful is your ability to recall what somebody else has done. How does it help you? How does knowing that Bill Gates discovered this or that Michael Faraday discovered this help your own gifting? So as much as it is important to get information, It's more important to get developed.
Development, self-development.
Self-development. We have a lot of people who are certified with beautiful certificates. Look at our NEPA. Look at our power system. Look at our educational system. Those running these systems have the best of certificates, yet they can't solve problems. So what is the value of your certificate if it cannot produce solutions?
So you're saying that we should go back to the drawing board.
That's exactly what we need to do.
Go back to the drawing board.
We need a fresh perspective to education in Nigeria.
To education.
We need a redefinition of education in Nigeria. We need to redefine what is education really.
What is education?
What is the core of education?
Education.
A child that is educated, how do you prove it?
How do you prove it?
How do you prove it? See, is somebody who lacks the ability to solve problems. Our educational system does not encourage children to think. Does not encourage children to solve problems.
Because we've been conditioned.
Yes.
We've been conditioned. Cloned.
You want to be cloned. You want a child to you are teaching social studies, for example, taking a particular topic, and you want a child to learn your own words, your own initiative as a teacher, whatever it is that you know, that's what you want to put into the child's mind.
And you expect the child to break
and then
down.
you expect the child to bring it back to you that way. So you are saying that child does not have initiative.
Cabbage out.
You are not giving his creativity expression.
A room to spend.
You know what I'm saying? So a child cannot express his own creativity. He's not even needed. We don't need his creative mind.
You don't need his child to know what you know.
Yes, just let him give it back to you. And what is the worth of what a teacher knows in the world of today?
Of today.
How many Nigerian teachers can handle technology, can cope in a technological world as it is right now? How many of them? And then these are kids who are born with such interest. Without having gone through any technological training, you see kids handling phones, handling computers better than their teachers, better than their parents. And these are the same teachers that you want to use to raise this kind of children. You will have conflict. You have problems.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. This has been mind-blowing. It's been insightful. You know, we are just used to a particular ways of testing our kids. Like he said, that you cannot truly test the ability of a fish by its ability to climb trees. The fish might not function in that aspect because the fish was not built to climb trees. Just the same when the monkeys are not built to swim. Now, and Mr. Emmanuel said something. He said we should go back to the drawing board in the educational system. Let us go back to the drawing board. Let us do something. Let's look at the system again and rearrange it. Now, it has been an amazing time with Mr. Emmanuel on the show today. Thank you for being here, Mr. Emmanuel.
Thank you so much. Always my pleasure.
Now, till I come your way next week, I remain Mercy. Have an amazing day.
Do you know that there are so many things that can never be said in the educational sector? EduChat with Bella is an avenue to answer all of the burning questions and their active many. For more information, you can call us on the number 0810-309-4265, or you can chat us up on WhatsApp on 090-8168-1884. You can also email us on educhatwithbella@gmail.com, and also follow us on all our social media handles.